Muy buenas tardes. En nombre del Instituto de Ingenieros de Minas del Perú y la comisión organizadora del 12º Congreso Internacional de Prospectores y Exploradores ProExplo 2021, les damos la más cordial bienvenida a la conferencia del día de hoy. Perú, an Attractive Destination for Investment, de Promperú, a cargo de nuestra expositora Carla Alejandra Guamaní Rivera, Promperú's Business Investment Promotion Division. Adelante, por favor, puede iniciar su presentación.
Buenas tardes, muchas gracias. Mi nombre es Carla Guamaní Rivera, soy parte del equipo de la Dirección de Promoción de Inversiones Empresariales de Promperú. En este caso estoy representando al señor Mario Ocharán, quien es director de esta área. Desafortunadamente, el señor Mario no va a poder participar porque se encuentra fuera de Lima atendiendo otras presentaciones con el viceministro, pero en verdad lamenta no poder participar, pero estaré en su representación. So, good afternoon. My name is Carla Guamaní Rivera. I'm part of the team of the Directorate for the Promotion of Business Investment of Promperú, and I am representing Mr. Mario Charan, the director. Unfortunately, he can't participate because he's out of Lima attending another meetings with the vice minister. So please, we can start with the presentation. Podemos empezar. Next, please. Okay, so the content of this presentation is basically, I'm going to present you first of all, the Directorate for the Promotion of Business Investment. Then I'm going to talk about Peru as an attractive destination for investment. Then I'm going to give you information about the macroeconomic overview. In fourth place, I'm going to talk about the economic reactivation actions, then the incentive, and then the sectors and services. And finally, I'm going to give you information about the upcoming activities. Next, please. Okay, about the Business Investment Promotion Directorate, we are responsible for promoting the promotion, attraction, retention, and expansion of foreign direct investment in undertakings for the generation of goods and services, taking advantage of the network of contacts in the country and abroad to create new business opportunities for companies. Generating economic growth and benefits for the country without demanding public financing for its realization in accordance with the National Development Strategic Plan and the policies, guidelines, objectives, and sectorial goals. It's important to mention that this direction works in coordination with many working groups as SNI, ADEX, AGAP, COMEX, CANATUR, and the CCL. Also, we work with many institutions as allies. For example, we have the International Business Network, the Industry Society in Peru, and many chambers of commerce and other trade associations. Additionally, we work with the commercial officers that are part of Promperú's team. We know that exists another institution in the government that is Proinversión that has similar functions like Promperú, but in this case, Proinversión focuses in all the public services and public infrastructure through the Public-Private Association, the APPs. And Promperú focuses only in the attraction of the FDI in projects that preferentially increase the exportable supply and tourism. It's important to mention that our target audience are the potential foreign investors and many other associations. Next, please. About the investment in Peru, we are a country with great investment opportunity. We are a country that you can trust. We have qualified human resource. We are open to international markets and innovation. We have an excellent environment to invest and enjoy life. We have a solid and healthy economy, and we are the least volatile currency in the region, and our economy is interconnected to digital trends. Next, please. About the Peru as the new investment hub, Peru is one of the most important countries in Latin America. We have a variety of climates, a huge land area, important natural resource, people of great ability and high economical level, as well as a solid economic and industrial background. It is currently considered one of the main emerging markets in the world, and it has an important and recent history of economic stability. Peru is positioned as a solid economy with positive macroeconomic variables, auspicious recovery, and good management of economic policies that is evidenced by the high confidence shown by international investors. It's important to mention that the IMF recently adjusted upward the projection for Peru to 2021 and 2022, with rates to 9% and 5.2% respectively. In a comparative way, Peru leads economic growth projection to 2021 and 2022 in the region, according to the World Bank. During the last 15 years, Peru has attracted a total of 19 foreign direct investment projects, the FDIs. These 19 projects have meant an average capital investment of $20 million and a total investment of $370.81 million that are distributed in 3 regions. Next, please. Next, please. So, why to invest in Peru? Because we have a sustained economic growth, we have productive sector with high growth potential like tourism, high economy, high technology, manufacturing, textile, food industry, fishing for human consumption, renewable energy, retail, real estate, forestry, and metalworking. Also, we have a diversity of natural resource and a diversity climate. It's important to mention that Peru has a strategic location in the South America Pacific, and we have an active participation in the international market with 21 FTAs and 29 BITs. Also, we have a modern and stable legal framework for investment. And finally, we have many agreements between Peru and 9 countries in the world to avoid the double taxation. Next, please. Well, as you can see in the pie, 22% of the FDI is focusing in the mining sector, followed by communication with 21%, finance with 18%, energy with 13%, industry with 12%, commerce with 3%, and many other sectors with 10%. Next, please. In the following map, as you can see, you can find the important data of the World Bank, where Peru is considered the fourth economy in the region with the highest flow of FDI, with $6.5 billion in 2018 and with $8.9 billion in 2019. Next, please. It's important to mention that Peru has the second highest growth rate in the region with 37.1%, but also is relevant and important to mention that Latam region has an average growth rate of 3.1%, as you can see in this graphic. Next, please. About the country risk, during the last year, Peru remained with the lowest country risk in the region. So far this year, Peru is positioned as one of the lowest in the region. Next, please. In recent months, the Peruvian currency proved to be one of those with the lowest volatility against the dollar within the group of economy of the Pacific Alliance. So that is an attractive point of our country. Next, please. About the economic recovery, for the economic recovery, Peru implements some actions during the COVID-19. First of all, for example, we have the confidence of international markets and investors that remain intact because Peru carried out the most successful bond issue in our history, placing bonds at reasonable interest rate and long terms. Also, we consider the private investment. Also, we consider that private investment is a fundamental engine for economic reactivation, always respecting the environment, ancestral people, and the communities. That is an important issue that we asked for the investors. Peru is a small economy, but integrated into the world through its extensive network of trade agreements. That's why we have a recent ratification and entry into force of the trade agreements with the UK. Also, we have the digital transformation of 100% of commercial promotion platform and business roundtable. For example, we have the Peru Marketplace platform for the national and international markets. And finally, for us, the tourism is a fundamental activity for our economy as a priority, while international tourism recovers. Internal tourism will be promoted. That's why we have the Safe Travel Seal that give us a special position as a safe destination in the world, granted by the World Travel and Tourism Council, under compliance with the protocols before the COVID-19. Next, please. About the incentive and benefits for the foreign investors, Peru has 29 bilateral investment treaties, 21 free trade agreements with an investment chapter in force, and 9 agreements to avoid double taxation. It's important to mention that in this investment chapter, they can find information about a national agreement, favored nation treatment, minimum level of treatment, treatment in case of armed conflict, expropriation and compensation, transfer and performance requirement. Next, please. As a direction, we established 2 types of sectors, the main ones and the potential. Our main sectors are food industry, tourism, textile, high technology, manufacturing, and fishing for human consumption. Likewise, our potential sectors are renewable energy, forestry, metallurgy, retail, real estate, and health. It's important to mention that we have a portfolio with investment projects that we always share with potential investors. So far, we have 88 projects that are divided in the follows: 7 in food industry, we have 2 projects in fishing human consumption, 26 projects in tourism, 9 projects in textile, 21 projects in high technology, 11 projects in manufacturing, 4 projects in renewable energy, 3 projects in forestry, 4 in real estate, and 3 projects in health. Likewise, 12 of these projects of high technology are related to mining services, and 4 projects that are part of the manufacturing profile are also related to mining services. It's important that you know that we offer an special investment services to the investor that are interested in Peru. So we provide them information, we create a facilitation in their business meeting, we give them technical assistance and guidelines, and we provide them a special service of aftercare. Next, please. Well, so we are going to start to talk about the investment projects portfolio. We are going to start next, please, with the manufacturing sector. Next, please. Okay. As you can see in the map, according to the FDI market, Peru is 6th in the ranking of Central American, Latin American countries with 7 projects in manufacturing activities. Next, please. About the global mining environment, according to US Geological Survey, in 2019, Peru is the main important country in Latin America producing gold, zinc, plomo, and estaño. And worldwide, we are in 2nd place producing cobre and zinc. Next, please. So, as you can see in the map, Peru produces 12% of the copper worldwide. The IPE identified fishing, mining, hydrocarbons, and electricity, gas and water, and sectors with a low level of vulnerability to COVID-19, because the nature of their activities allow greater social distancing and the capacity of companies to implement measures to prevent and control possible infection. Next, please. As you can see in this slide, Peru ranks first in having the lowest mining services cost and fees compared to the United States and Europe. As mining services, we are considering mineral exploitation, infrastructure, inspections with robot, non-destructive testing, and crucial mild laser scanning. Next, please. About the important data of this sector, we have many competitive advantages. For example, some items with excellent productive performance, we have the cleaning supplies and the clothing. About the recovery of industrial exports, we are considering a recovery on September 2020. We are increasing in agro-industry, chemicals, metal mechanics, and textile. Also, we have the exemptions for industrial development in the Amazon and in the high Andes zones. Also, we have improvement in manufacturing business conditions. For example, as of September 2020, according to the Industrial Opinion Index, the perception of business conditions in the sector have improved with a score of 53.2, conditional on the recovery of the mining and construction sector. Finally, about the mining sector for service development, the mining represents 10% of GDP, 58% of total exports, and we hold first position in the production of metal for industry and for new technologies. Next, please. So talking about some success stories in the manufacturing sector, we would like to talk to you about 2 success stories. The first case is Southern Cooper, that is a Mexican company. This is a company that has their main investing company in the manufacturing activity between 2014 and 2020. They have an investment of $1,400 million, and they create 3,000 jobs in Peru during this period of time. Also, they are located in Moquegua, and they are focusing in a manufacturing process of copper, zinc, lead, carbon, and silver. The second case is Hierro Shogun, that is a Chinese company. The main investing company is the main investing company in the manufacturing activity during the last 6 years. Focus the manufacturers iron through its magnetic separation plant, filter plant, and pellet plant, and is located in Ica region in the south of Peru. They have an investment of $500 million, and they create 2,264 jobs. And they are focusing the manufacturing process to the iron. Next, please. So we are going to talk about another sector, important sector, the high technology. Next, please. Okay. In 2020, Peru ranks 5th among the countries that receive FDI projects in Central America and Latin America in the software and IT services sector, surpassing countries such as Chile, Uruguay, Panama, and Ecuador. Next, please. We have many competitive advantages, like a tax benefit law that allows the reduction of up 175% of income tax to companies. Also, Peru is the third country in number of fintech startups in the Andean region, with more than 100 fintech startups. Peru registered the highest average annual growth rate of e-commerce in the region with 35% considering the last 10 years. Also, the Peruvian internet users are more active users compared to the countries in the region. In the last 3 years, 72% of companies expressed intention to invest in Peru belonged to the high technology sector. Next, please. About the evolution of commerce in Peru, Peru registered the highest average annual growth rate of e-commerce in the region with 35% considering the last 10 years. Also, in 2019, the Peruvian Chamber of Electronic Commerce estimates that e-commerce market in Peru could reach $4 billion, and by 2022, it could be reached the sum of $14 billion. Next, please. About the digital maturity in Peruvian companies, they are divided in 3 levels: the incipient, the directed, and the advanced. As you can see in the graphic, 63% of companies in Peru are on their way to achieving digital maturity. So this is important that you have to know and consider because we are increasing in all these digital and high technology projects. Next, please. About a success story in the high technology sector, we are considering the company Tata Consulting Services, that is an Indian IT services company that make consulting an organization in business solutions, pioneer in remote work. They generate incomes by $20.9 billion in fiscal year in March of last year. They start operations in Peru in 2010 with 300 people and 12 clients. It currently employs 1,000 people, and they serve 20 clients in banking, insurance, telecommunication, retail, and food industry. Next, please. Okay, so talking about the renewable energy sector, Next, please. We have during the last 4 years, 16 projects were carried out by 7 different companies. This at an invest capital of approximately $2,000 million, which generate more than 2,000 jobs, approximately. Next, please. About the macroeconomic outlook in the renewable energy sector, according to RECAI ranking, Peru ranked 28 among the most attractive countries for investing in renewable energy worldwide in 2017. And according to the same ranking, during 2018 and 2019, Peru was positioned as the 5th most attractive Latin America country to invest in renewable energy. Also, the Climatescope in 2019 report places Peru in the 9th place globally of emerging markets for the use of clean energy. Next, please. About the types of renewable energies in Peru. In Peru, renewable energy generation is based on 6 types of sources. We have the solar, the wind, the small hydro, geothermal, biomass, and tidal wave and waves. But it's important to mention that the main renewable energy source in the country is hydroelectric, followed by solar, that we are using in all the country. Next, please. About important data on the renewable energy sector, we have some competitive advantages. For example, we have Peru has a sufficient base of renewable resource to produce green hydrogen and lowest cost channel. Peru is also one of the countries that today have policies and legal strategies on climate change. About our international participation, in 2019, Peru participated in the first assembly of the International Solar Alliance, that is called ISA, in India, and was chosen to host the first world meeting of renewable energy called Sunworld 2019. Also, Peru was chosen to occupy one of 4 vice-presidents of ISA for the period of 2018 to 2020 for Latin America and the Caribbean. And finally, we have the Paris Agreement, where Peru belongs to the Paris Agreement, which establishes a global framework to avoid dangerous climate change. Next, please. And finally, we have a success story in the renewable energy sector. We have the Univergy company, that is a Spanish-Japanese company based in Tokyo and Madrid, that is specialized in the development of large-scale renewable energy projects with an international presence in more than 20 countries around the world. According to the FDI Markets platform, in 2020, Univergy shows an invest capital of $991.2 million, creating more than 1,000 jobs. Also, we know that Univergy developed 4 other solar projects in PPAs in the town of Loreto, Iquitos, and Santa Maria de Nanay for more than 80 MW, and it is also offered 8 solar projects in 4 cities, in Lima, Arequipa, Ica, and Piura, for solar projects that are reach another 23 MW. Next, please. About the activities of the Investment Promotion Directorate of this year. Next, please. We have in this schedule, you can see that In March, we have 2 events. The last one we also finished 2 days ago was the Japan investment webinar. And also we have next Tuesday, the Peru Day, that is focusing UK market. Also in May, we have the investment forum in Chile, and we are going to participate in the investment webinar in Germany, and also in the gala with the Wisconsin House. In June, we are going to participate in the USA and Canada Forum, and in July, in the investment webinar in New York. In October, also we are going to participate in Oceania Forum, and finally, in November, we are going to participate in the Expo Dubai. Next, please. So, just to finish, we would like to invite you to participate in our community of business investors, in which you will find a space to interact, exchange ideas, and learn about all the investment opportunities that you have in Peru. So welcome, and next, please. Thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any question or you need more information, please contact us to the email that appears in this slide. Thank you very much.
Estimada expositora, en nombre del Instituto de Ingenieros de Minas del Perú y la comisión organizadora del 12º Congreso Internacional de Prospectores y Exploradores ProExplo 2021, le agradecemos su participación en la conferencia del día de hoy. Muchas gracias y hasta pronto.